Attacks hit across the United States today, and warnings coming out that this is just the beginning. Let's take a look at some of the latest headlines so that way you can see it for yourself. What has been unfolding today, March 12th, 2026? The ODU shooter shouted Allah Akbar before opening fire. The FBI says they're saying the attacks that are taking place seem to be tied directly to Iranian extremist terrorist attacks on U.S. soil, and we're hearing that today might be the initiation of sleeper cell triggers. FBI attack in Michigan synagogue was a targeted act of violence against the Jewish community. In addition to that, we had also heard earlier in the month, Texas gunman wore property of Allah hoodie and Iran flag t-shirt during attack, had photos of Iranian leaders at his home, sources say. Now, in addition to that, Iran sends out a suspected operational trigger. We had heard this just a couple of days ago to activate sleeper cells abroad after Khamenei's death. U.S. officials warned, they're saying that they believe the trigger has been activated. Now, we're hearing that Trump says that we have got our eyes on Iranian sleeper cells here in the United States, acknowledging the fact that they are here and they came in from the Biden administration's open border policies. Now, this comes as we just saw yesterday that the FBI had warned Iran aspired to attack California with drones in retaliation for war, according to alerts. And Trump said that he would be monitoring possible terror sleeper cells and potential for an Iranian drone attack in California. Now, that comes as in just the past couple of hours. Take a look at this. Carolyn Leavitt demands a retraction of ABC News story claiming the FBI warned Iran could attack California. She says, to be clear, no such threat from Iran to our homeland exists, and it never did. She is saying that this was a one-time warning that came out from one individual to one local authority in California. She is saying that we should not be alarmed about a potential drone attack in California, but let me know your thoughts. This comes as we have heard Donald Trump acknowledge it, Governor Gavin Newsom, local authorities, the FBI. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now, this comes as well as today we received the first statement from the new Supreme Leader. Take a look. Iran's new impotent Supreme Leader Mojtaba Khamenei releases his first statement after reports that he's in a coma and had his leg amputated. There are rumors, we have not seen him, that he was hit in an airstrike and that he might not even be alive or he might not be conscious, and that the statement that was released today was not actually from him. I'm going to get you all the details. We're going to be taking a look at the video footage, and take a look at this. Pro-Iranian hacking group claims responsibility for cyber attack on Stryker. Not only are we seeing physical attacks take place, cyber attacks are being claimed by Iran on our U.S. systems. And if you're wondering what's coming next here, take a look at this. Iran names U.S. banks as targets, ratcheting up cyber threats against U.S. banks. I'm going to get you guys caught up on all the latest articles, video footage.
All right. Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. Not that to the hopeful elect of Israel. First off, I'm going to start off and give all honors and infinite praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who taught us truth and who rule well, peace, and safety and salutations that they're to you sincere, and you hopeful elect that's scattered abroad across the four winds of this earth. All right, I'm your fellow servant, Malaakia. All right, coming in, okay, with another lesson today. It's going to be a quick lesson, quick hit. All right, just going in, okay, into the the times that we're living in. Okay, the times, okay, of uncertainty for these people. Okay, because what is getting ready to come to pass is a false flag event. Okay, a false flag event is quickly rising on its way, and you have to be vigilant, okay, and always circumspect, looking around, okay. Let's get that, because the days are evil. Let's get that real quick. It's the book of Let's get that real quick. Ephesians chapter 5 and 15. It reads, let's get that lighter. Verse 15. It says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil." You see? The days are evil. Redeeming the time, knowing what time it is. Walk circumspectly. Look around. Know your surroundings. Don't just be in the car just driving, thinking that everything is still gonna be good. You don't know who the fuck is watching you. We are in some serious, serious times. Okay? Because hey man, what's getting ready to go down is getting ready to be a false flag, and it's getting ready to bring great fear upon you Babylonians, man. Okay? Speaking to our people too, the two-thirds of the nation of Israel, the ones who don't want to repent. Those are like Babylonians. The Lord is getting ready to bring your worst fears upon you. You didn't want to take heed, you didn't want to listen. Y'all scoffed, y'all made fun, okay, of this ministry of the prophets, okay? But hey, here it is. We was giving you we was giving you, okay, everything, the truth, okay, of what was happening the whole time. But you didn't want to listen, man. So what we seeing is, you know, a buildup, okay? A buildup of shootings, people screaming and chanting out what's that? Allah Akbar, all on the planes, you know. You got those two, I think it was teenagers out there in New York. Then you had the two shootings today. They're gonna say that the sleeper cells have been activated. So be prepared to start to see more and more and more things, okay, happening. The average day American still don't think that nothing's gonna happen over here in America. It's because they walking as fucking fools, man. Not redeeming the time, not thinking that the time is evil. They think that because what's happening over there in the Middle East is not gonna come over here to America. But nah, man, it's coming. Okay? It's coming fast. There's a saying I used to always say in the world, because my last name is Right, you know, it's right, like turning right. That's my last name, but government fucking they ain't last name. But I would always say, get right or get left. Get right or get left. And that's gonna be a lot of people who ain't trying to go the right way. This is why they gonna get left in the times that we coming into, man. So I had to play that beginning intro of that, man, to show you what's happening right now. And a lot of people don't see what's going on. Let me read his description. Let me see if he got anything on here. So it says, breaking news. Trump says we've got. I remember going over that. Okay, oh yeah, Allah Akbar. Okay, before opening fire, and that's the jig they had on there. You see, this is what's coming. You had the one that's in what's that? Austin, Texas, property of Allah. Then another one, the attack at Michigan synagogue was targeted violence against the Jewish community. We can already see what this devil is doing. He's getting ready to spin the whole narrative, okay, and he's getting ready to blame it on the Israelites. Okay, let me see if I see anything else. That's pretty much it on it. Let's play a little bit more of this.
And I shared with you in my previous live stream as well. They said for sleeper cell attacks, what cities are to be on high alert in California? We saw Los Angeles, Silicon Valley, San Diego, a number of different cities. We saw in Texas, Houston, Austin, Dallas were on the list, and they said the highest alert should be in Tampa, Florida right now.
Ooh, and that's where we at. This is where we at. We are in Tampa, Florida. So brothers here, we ready. We're on alert. We ready. We because we know that something is getting ready to come down. I mentioned this in my last video the other day, going into how sitcom is right here in Tampa. Come on, Central Command is right here in Tampa, right up there in the MacDill base. So something big is getting ready to go down. They keep saying Tampa, Tampa, Florida, Tampa, Florida. Okay?
And we've seen attacks unfolding today in two different cities, two separate events, two shooters, one shouting Allah Akbar. We're hearing the other one had ISIS ties. They're saying these could be sleeper cells initiated as a result of Khamenei's death. And right now, the sleeper cells could be activated. I shared with you earlier in the week there were rumors, could not be verified, that starting on March the 11th or the 12th, they're saying that it could be the beginning of attacks on U.S. soil and that there would be more to come. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
And this is just the beginning, okay, of what they're saying. Okay? This is just the beginning of what we're getting ready to witness here, okay, in America. If this is true, because we know prophecy, we know what's going to come. Everything is just lining up. The tensions rising over there with Iran, okay, with Iran, Salakia, Israel, and the U.S. Things, all right, the tension is rising. It's escalating. Now they got the narrative to say that there are sleeper cells over here, and we know that there's going to be major things that's getting ready to happen. That's getting ready to have the people in straight fear. Let's get that here in Luke 21. You people do not know what is getting ready to go down. Luke 21. I'm gonna start at verse 25. The point. This is not. Yeah, this is one of them. This is Luke 21 and verse 25. And there should be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars. And that's what we're seeing. Okay. The different happenings in the heavens. Okay. The different constellations, the different changes of the moon, lunar eclipses, etc., blood moons. The Lord has been showing us signs over and over and over and over. It says, and upon the earth distress some nations. This is what we're seeing. Distress. All right, let me see if I can get that. Okay. Distress. Let's get that into Module Online. Distress. It says circumstance that causes anxiety or hardship. See, this is what's getting ready to come. The nations are seeing distress. It says restraint, affliction, hardship, narrowness, distress, draw apart, to hinder, to compel, meaning anguish, grief, pain, suffering of the body or mind. We already start to see some of that. With the people that are losing their jobs, you know, that you see them, they online, they're crying, the things of what they believe, all right, seem to be Salakia, the things of what they worked so hard for, okay, they see that it's failing them. They don't spend all these years in, you know, school. They went to the elementary, middle school, high school. They don't even went to college. Then they went to different post grad colleges, okay, to get different masters and doctorates degrees, which really just a damn piece of paper. And the motherfuckers are stupid, you know, downgrading different programs, cutting different ties with different positions within governments, people losing jobs in the government shutdowns. People are feeling it now. They're seeing the different things that's rising over there in the Middle East, dealing with the oil. Okay, prices are getting ready to skyrocket over here very soon. So the people are in the suffering of the body and in the mind because they're stressed, and it's only just the beginning of it. It's going to increase. Wait till those troops start kicking down the doors, and that's another thing too. They said by April 1st that they were going to have this new elite team of troops. Okay, their rapid yes, I think it's no, the rapid reinforcement team dealing with the National Guard troops. They say, and how Trump was building his own army. It's about to get real. It's about to get real. Be diligent because things is moving fast, man. Be ready so you don't gotta get ready. It says, and upon the earth the stress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, the people, okay? And perplexity. Let's get that real quick. Yeah, I can't even spell. Perplex. Verb, embarrassed, puzzled, bewildered. To feel someone with uncertainty. And it's a time that the people are in. They're in a time of uncertainty. Perplexed, man. Baffled, bewildered, puzzled, surprised, and confused. You know, it says to fold, braid, entangle. And that's what these people are, man. They're entangled with the affairs of this life, man. So, with all this comes to pass, these people are not going to be ready for it. These people live in nothing but comforts. Earlier, you know, I was driving around. I went into this one neighborhood, big neighborhood. You go in there, man. That shit's crazy. It got its own school, got its own gym. It got its own trail, sidewalk. It had its own skate park. They had different little events that showed the different signs going around in that neighborhood. How they were gonna have some type of music fest on a Friday. You see the people outside fucking mowing their yard. You see the neighbors talking. You see the kids on the bikes ride on the little trail. As I'm riding down in this big ass community full of nice houses, those people are living in comforts. But when this shit go down, those people are gonna be at each other's necks. Either way, by the way, if it's sleeper cells, a false flag event, whether the economy starts to go up, people start to riot, people going trying to go to the store, but then they can't get no food. All those people that in there that seem like they were all nice, they're gonna be at each other's necks. That's gonna be a fucking war zone. And I seen a lot of Jakes in there too. Jakes wanted to get away from the hood, but then they went into a part where all those Edomites and heathens are, but they don't understand that that's on to their own detriment. We're seeing these things come to pass. Let me get this quick article that I want to pull up. All right, so this is from abconyourside.com. All right, so just to bring it out real quick, it says stay vigilant. Defense expert warns of sleeper cells risks in the U.S. You people don't understand what's getting ready to come. Let's play the video. Don't be a damn commercial. All right, give me like 3 seconds.
This is more than just your next 4 years.
Let's go.
Let's go to Mark Vargas, who is part of the Iraq task force at the office of the former Secretary of Defense. Mark, welcome to the National News Desk. To start, I'd just like to get your take on the shooting on the campus of Old Dominion University today. The FBI director saying it's being investigated as an act of terrorism. It is just one case of violence recently in the U.S. that continues to be investigated. What do Americans need to be aware of as also sleeper cells start to mobilize? Do you anticipate more of these incidents?
I hate saying the answer is yes, but yes, these sleeper cells have been able to enter our country over the last 4 years of open borders, no questions asked. They're here. It's not a question of if, but when they attack. You've got what's left of the Iranian regime calling death to America. My thoughts and my prayers and my heart goes out to the community. These are unspeakable tragedies, but I encourage every one of your viewers and listeners and all Americans, stay vigilant. There will be additional attacks. This is what's happening.
More attacks are coming. What's getting ready to come is getting ready to bring in great fear that these people don't understand what's getting ready to come.
after we're taking out this Iranian regime.
And you know, it's also a heightened level of uncertainty as we look at the economic warfare angle of this situation. The Strait of Hormuz blockage is also having a real impact on Americans. Do you believe that is the biggest challenge the U.S. faces today?
Well, there's going to be a lot of challenges, but President Trump has talked about he anticipated that the Iranians would do this, actually, and that's why he has offered U.S. Navy vessels and ships to be able to provide full military escorts to these ships so that we don't disrupt. This was totally anticipated, and the Iranians are going by their playbook. But again, I don't expect this war to last much longer, and the weight and strength of the full United States military is decimating this regime, and I don't anticipate this to last much longer.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to ask about your expectations for boots on the ground, a timeline. Just what is your overall assessment of Operation Epic Fury thus far?
A total success. The U.S. has hit over 5,000 targets.
Yeah, and I believe Operation Fury, okay, was by CENTCOM. Okay, they were the head of it. So retaliation is coming, you know, whether it be from America. These damn devils, man, okay, they're gonna bring in or right the problem. They're waiting for the reaction, and they already got the solution. Order out of chaos. It's coming. They're lining everything up, getting detention centers. They got the ICE. They got the troops ready. They're getting ready to go after the money, the financial system to freeze it. They're waiting for the people to ensue this place down, man. Okay, those sleeper cells, be ready, man. It's gonna be a lot of things coming. It's gonna be a lot of things coming. And if you're not geared, okay, geared up in his faith, if you on the fence, if you feeling scared, you feeling doubt right now, you need to pray to the Lord. Pray to the Lord that He give you more faith, more courage, and to take away that fear. Hey, the scripture says the Lord has not given us a spirit of fear. This shit about to go down. We don't know. It could be one night. It could be tonight while we go to sleep. Well, I'm here in Tampa. They say that Tampa is on high critical alert. It could be while people sleeping. They could have motherfucking troops come in and invade this bitch. We don't know. This the times that we're living in. This the times that we're living in. I don't even want to keep playing the video too much. That's pretty much it. Just basically going into how these sleeper cells have been activated, man. You know, they've been activated and more things are to come. So be prepared, stay vigilant, stay prayed up, keep your medicine strong. I pray this lesson was edifying. I done to you, Akim wa Akwat. I want to give all honors and infinite praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who taught us his truth and who rule well. Peace and safety citations that they're to be sincere, and you hope for elect. That's scattered abroad across the four winds of this earth. All right, I'm your fellow servant, Malakia. Shalom.